My name is Sergeant Alan Hales and I'm in the Air Corps Fitness Centre. Today I'm going to speak to you about induction testing for anyone wishing to join the Defence Forces. The test itself is broken into 3 phases. The first phase is administration, which deals with your height, your weight and your BMI. The second phase is local muscular endurance test, and the third phase is the run. Moving on to the BMI test, which stands for the Body Mass Index. The first part of this is he stands up on the height scale, he looks up his own height, the PTI will ask him to step forward and record his height. He will move on to the weighing scales, and again the PTI will record his body weight. From here we will work out his BMI. If he is below 30, this means he can proceed with the remainder of the test. If he is above 30, he has to move on to the skin fold measurement test. Moving on to the local muscular endurance test. The first part is the press-ups. You have 60 seconds to complete 20 press-ups. The actor will now step forward onto the mat and get into the start position. The start position is as follows. The hands are slightly more than shoulder width apart. There's one straight line all the way down through the spine, through the hips, down through the knees. The feet can be together or anything up to shoulder width apart. One repetition is counted when you go all the way down and all the way back up. They are press-ups that will be counted. Press-ups that will not be counted will be if you don't go down far enough, if you do not lock out the arms, or if you start breaking the straight line of the body. The rest position is as follows. Reform your straight line and commence your press-ups. Moving on to the female press-up. The modified press-up is as follows. You'll take your start position on the mat. Okay, the hands are slightly more than shoulder width apart. There's one straight line all the way down through the spine, through the hips, down onto the knees. The feet can be crossed or simply placed side by side, whichever is the most comfortable. One repetition is counted when you go all the way down and all the way back up. Press-ups that will not be counted will be if you don't go down far enough, if you don't lock out the arms, or if you start breaking the straight line of the body, basically doing a box press-up. The rest position is as follows. Reform your straight line and commence with your press-ups. Moving on to the sit-ups. The technique is the same for both male and female. The start position is as follows. Starting position is you will dig your heels into the edge of the mat like so. From the line position, if you can touch your heels with the tops of your fingers, is a good indication that your body is the correct distance away from your heels. The front part of your hand remains on the front part of your thigh for the duration of the 60 seconds, including the rest position. One repetition is counted when you come up over the top of the kneecaps and back down like so. They are sit-ups that will be counted. Sit-ups that will not be counted will be if you do not come up far enough. If the hands come around the sides of the legs, if the hands come through the legs, if the hands come off the legs at any stage will not be counted. If the feet come up off the ground will not be counted. Or if you start lifting your hips as leverage to get you up over the top will not be counted either. The rest position is as follows. And you can commence sit-ups again. Your fitness program should be well underway. You should be referring to the 4-week Defence Forces fitness program set out. By the time your test comes around, you should be comfortable in passing the standard set. Each applicant must complete a 2.4 kilometre run. 2.4 kilometres is equivalent to 1.5 miles. Male applicants must complete this in 11 minutes 40 seconds. Female applicants must complete this in 13 minutes 10 seconds. The run measures your aerobic capability. Aerobic fitness is crucial for all military tasks and central for injury prevention. Before the run, candidates will be conducted through a warm-up by a qualified physical training instructor. It is recommended that candidates become familiar with running 2.4 kilometres, whether it's practicing in your local park or on your local GAA pitch, and it's practiced before you arrive for fitness test.